Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another reading of the Bible. We are going to continue in Zechariah today. We're going to do chapters 2, 3, and 4. Two and 3 are pretty short chapters, so I will go through them quickly. So here's chapter 2. This is Zechariah writing. I lifted up mine eyes again, looked, and beheld a man with a measuring line in his hand. Then said I, Whither goest thou? Where are you going? And the man and he said, the man with the measuring line, he said unto me, to measure Jerusalem, to see what it is the breadth of the land. Behold, the angel who talked with me went forth, and another angel went out to meet him. So there's two angels, saying unto him, Run, speak to the young man, saying, Jerusalem shall be inhabited as towns without walls, for the multitude of men and cattle therein. For I, saith the Lord, will be unto her a wall of fire round about, and will be the glory in the midst of her. Ho, ho. What? Ho, ho. Was Santa Claus over there? Ho, ho, cometh forth, and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, which dwelleth, with the daughter of Babylon. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he who toucheth you touches the apple of his eye, touches Israel. For behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion. For lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith the Lord. Many nations shall be joined to the Lord in that day, or on that day, and shall be my people, and I shall dwell in the midst of thee, and thou shalt know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me unto thee. The Lord shall inherit Judah, his portion in the Holy Land, Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. Be silent, all ye flesh, all flesh, or all ye flesh, before the Lord, for he is raised up out of you. He is raised up out of the Chapter 3. He showed me Joshua. This is not Joshua who followed Moses, it's a different Joshua. He showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing at his right hand to resist him. The Lord said unto Satan, The Lord rebuke thee, O Satan, O Lucifer. Even the Lord who hath chosen Jerusalem rebuketh thee. Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire? Now Joshua was clothed with filthy garments, and stood before the angel. He answered and spake unto those who stood before him, saying, Take away the filthy garments from him. And unto him he said, Behold, I have caused thine iniquity to pass from thee, and I will clothe thee with change of raiment. I said, Let them set a fair mitre upon his head. Mitre, M-I-T-R-E, upon his head. So they set a fair mitre upon his head, and clothed him with garments, and the angel of the Lord stood by. The angel of the Lord protested unto Joshua, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, if thou wilt walk in my ways, and that thou wilt keep my charge, then thou shalt judge my house, and shalt also keep my courts, and I will give thee places to walk among these who stand by. These people who stand by, or these nations. Hear now, O Joshua the high priest, thou and thy fellows who sit before thee, for they are men wondered at. For behold, I will bring forth my servant the branch, Now the branch in this King James Version is all cap. For behold, the stone that I have laid upon Joshua, upon one stone shall have 7 eyes. Behold, I will engrave the graving thereof, say the Lord of hosts, and I will remove the iniquity of that land in one day. On that day, saith the Lord of hosts, shall ye call every man his neighbor under the vine and under the fig tree. Interesting. So let's stop there. Who is this Joshua? It could be Jesus, but in verse 8, the branch is Jesus. So let's do some footnotes here. Chapter 3, verse 1. And let's see what we have. Give me a minute. Verse 1a. Okay, so I got to go to Haggai chapter 1, verse 1 for Joshua. Haggai. Oh, here we go. Chapter 1, verse 1. In the second year of Darius the king, in that 6th month. In the second year of Darius the king, in the 6th month, in the first day of the month came the word of the Lord by Haggai, the prophet, unto Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua, the son of Yosedek, the high priest. Okay, so there's Joshua, verse 1 of Haggai of chapter 1. D, Ezra 5, 2, and 3. Okay, let's go to Ezra. Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job. We'll go back to Ezra. That's before Isaiah. Ezra, before Job, before Esther, before Nehemiah. Okay, so Ezra, is it Ezra? Yeah, Ezra, chapter 5, 2, and 3. Who is this Joshua dude? So it's not, we know it's not Joshua, the successor to Moses. This is a different Joshua, 2 and 3. Verse 1, chapter 5, Ezra. Verse 1, then the prophets Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddo. Oh, Iddo or Iddo, prophesied unto the Jews who were in Judah and Jerusalem in the name of the God of Israel, even unto them. Then rose up Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Yeshua, the son of Yozadak, and begun to build the house of God which is at Jerusalem. And with them were the prophets of God, helping them. At the same time came to them Tatnai, governor of this side of the river, and Shethar, Bozni, and their companions, saying thus unto them, who had commanded you to build this house and to make up this wall? Okay, so this Joshua guy is one of the people who helps rebuild the temple after the people held captive by the Assyrians and the Babylonians are allowed to return to Israel to rebuild the temple that Nebuchadnezzar destroyed. So that's who Joshua is. Okay, so let's go back to Zechariah chapter 4. Chapter 4, verse 1. The angel who talked with me came again and waked me as a man that is wakened out of his sleep, saying unto me, what seest thou? And I said, I have looked, and behold, a candlestick all of gold, and with a bowl upon the top of it, and 7 lamps thereon, and 7 pipes to the 7 lamps, which are upon the top thereof, 2 olive trees by it, one upon the right side of the bowl, and the other upon the left side thereof. So I answered and spake to the angel who talked with me, saying, what are these, my Lord? Then the angel who talked with me answered and saying unto me, knowest thou not what these be? No, my Lord. that said Zechariah. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, This is the word of the Lord unto Zerubbabel, saying, Not by not by might, nor by power, nor by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. That's a famous verse. Who art thou, O great mountain? Before Zerubbabel thou shalt become a plain, and he shall bring forth the headstone thereof with shoutings, crying, grace unto it. And it's Jesus, grace in the Old Testament. But grace unto it. Verse 8. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, Zechariah, saying, The hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house. His hands shall also finish it, and thou shalt know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me unto you. For who hath despised the day of small things? For they shall rejoice and shall see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel with the seven candlesticks. They are the eyes of the Lord, which runneth to and fro through the whole earth. Then answered I, saying unto him, What are these two olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick and upon the left? I answered again and said unto him, What be these two olive branches which through the two golden pipes empty the golden oil out of themselves? He answered me, saying, the angel, Knowest thou not what these be? And I said, No, my Lord. Then said he, These are the two anointed ones who stand by the Lord of the whole earth. Okay. Chapter 5. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, looked, and behold, a flying roll or scroll. He said, would scroll be there? 5:1. 5:1. Yeah, scroll. Scroll 5:1. Yeah, scroll. Roll or scroll. Verse 2. He said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying scroll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone who stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone who sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, say the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him who sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. Then the angel who talked with me went forth, saying unto me, Lift up now thine eyes and see what is this that goeth forth. I said, What is it? He said, This is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, Moreover, this is their resemblance through all the earth. Behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this is a woman who sitteth in the midst of the ephah. He said, This is wickedness. And he cast it into the midst of the ephah, and he cast the weight of the lead upon the mouth thereof. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, there came out two women, and the wind was in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephah between the earth and the heaven. Then said I to the angel who talked with me, Whither do these bear the ephah? He said unto me, To build it a house in the land of Shinar, and shall be established and set there upon her own base. Chapter 6. I turned and lifted up mine eyes, looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass. In the first chariot was red horses, in the second chariot black horses, in the third chariot white horses, in the fourth chariot grizzled and bay horses. No, stop. Grizzled and bay, verse 3. Grizzled and gray, what does that mean? 6:3. Dappled or strong? Dappled dappled and strong breeds. Dappled horses and strong breeds. Okay. Then I answered and said unto the angel who talked with me, what are these, my lord? The angel answered and said unto me, these are the four spirits of the heavens, which go forth from standing before the Lord of all the earth. The black horses which are therein go forth to the north country, the white go forth after them, and the grizzled go forth toward the south country. The bay went forth and sought to go that they might walk to and fro through the earth. And he said, go get ye hence, walk to and fro through the earth. So they walked to and fro through the earth. Then cried he upon me and said unto me, behold, these horses that go toward the north have quieted my spirit in the north country. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, take them of the captivity, even of Heldai, of Tobijah, and of Jedaiah, which are come from Babylon, and come thou the same day, and go into the house of Josiah, the son of Zephaniah. Then take silver and gold, and make crowns, and set them upon the head of Joshua who helped rebuild the temple. Joshua the son of Josedek, the high priest, speak unto them, saying, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow up out of this place, and he shall build the temple of the Lord. Even he shall build the temple of the Lord, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule upon his throne. And he shall be a priest upon his throne, and the council of peace shall be between them both. Between both offices. Both offices of king, prince, and counselor. And the crown shall be to Helem and Tobijah, and to Jedaiah, and to Hen, the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in the temple of the Lord. They who are far off shall come and build the temple of the Lord, and you shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me unto you. And this shall come to pass if ye will diligently obey the voice of the Lord your God. That's chapters 1 through 6 of Zechariah. I hope you enjoyed it. So I'm not sure if I can make a connection between the horses, the four types of horses, because there's more than one horse. I'm not sure if I should make a correlation in chapter 6 or between the chariots. But it sounds like a precursor to Revelation 6, which starts the seven seal scroll, and the first four seals are the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I'm not sure if that's the same thing. I don't think so. I don't think you can make the same correlation. So to do so, I think would be unwise. But that's interesting. We got this Joshua character, and it sounds like he's going to be ruling in the kingdom, in the millennial kingdom, possibly with King David. But Jesus will be there too as well. He will rule for 1,000 years after the tribulation. And sounds like to me David will be ruling with Christ. Christ will be the high priest. David would be a kingdom, but Christ is the King of Kings. David will probably be ruling. Solomon may be ruling. Zerubbabel may be there and have a role. But in this, he says that in this, Zechariah says that the branch will be both the counselor and the prince or king. So very interesting reading here of Zechariah chapter 2 through 6. And I've stopped at chapter 6 because there's only 14 chapters in Zechariah total. So I'm gonna read the rest next week. And then we'll get to the last book, which I believe is Joel. Joel. I believe it's the last book we have to read before we go back to Acts. Because I already got all the. No, I'm sorry. I got Malachi. I got Malachi, and then we have. I think it's Joel. Let's see. So it's Joel, Zechariah, Zechariah. We already got Ezra. We've already got Esther. So Esther is after Ezra, but it's also after, of course, Zechariah as well. And then after Esther is after Ezra. I got Nehemiah or where that's. So I read Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther in the wrong order. Oops. Oopsie. So I apologize for that. But I got all three. Already got all three books read. Part of First Chronicles. Okay, here's Malachi, which is a short book. Yes, so Joel. Joel is the last book in this book. Joel is the last book, last of the prophets to read before we get to the gospel. So we will get there. I believe I have Joel already read, but so I will give you guys a link for that when I get to the end of Zechariah. All right, and Malachi. No, Malachi. I will give you a link to Joel, and then I will give a link when Joel is published, if it's not already. I will give a link to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a great day. Chapters 2 through 6 of Zechariah. Have a great week. Bye bye.